So here's the latest little detail to follow up on. So the fenders are shipped with this little indent. You can see the 3 spot welds there, and that indent is to makes room for a chrome trim that wraps onto. There's a short piece there shaped like that. Paint the car, snap, and then it kind of snaps on. And with a stock 68 hood, that trim would continue on. Again, this is a 69 cowl hood, and some of them do ship with that same indent here if you want to go with the trim. This one did not. So what I'm doing is I'm going to trim out the line here. Probably have to drill and re-spot weld so that I don't lose any integrity there, but I'll do that first. Then trim this back, and then I'm going to weld on an 1/8 inch rod that follows the body line between the door and the hood, and then float it and metalwork it. So that is this is the before, and you'll see more as we go. So here's the driver side underway. I'm using an 1/8 inch welding rod actually to weld that in, and I put a little tiny bend on that side to mimic the fender return, and then just kind of worked my way across, holding that arc, and then we'll fill that in completely and then grind it down, but just letting it cool. Obviously, to do this, you want the hood completely happy and aligned with where it's going to be, which I've got done now finally. So those lines I'm happy with, and then I'll do the same thing on that side. That was the initial video side that I showed, but I'll show that one underway as well. Anyway, so I think it's kind of a slick detail just to get that all nice and smooth, so it doesn't look like trim belongs there but isn't there. All right, stay tuned. And a quick view of it welded in and ground down. Obviously, I'll strip off the rest of the black coating off the fender and hood, and then start skimming and doing sanding and blocking. But that's the idea. Let's see the other side in a couple minutes. So on this side, you can see that the edge of the fender is coming up above where the door is and above where the hood is, and so I need to cut that back and leave enough meat to weld onto, and that's exactly where the 3 spot welds are on the fender assembly to the back side of the structure. So what I've done is I've drilled 4 partial holes where I've gone through the surface and just dinged the back of the structure part of the sheet metal, and I'm going to I'm going to just run a quick bead in there to make sure that I kind of replace those spot welds before I hack away at the top part there. So certainly wouldn't want to take the risk and watch something pop or spring and then try to clamp it, squeeze it back together, so I'm doing that ahead of time. And this is the passenger side welded up without grinding yet, and next one will just show the grinding ready for bodywork. And that's the finished side of the passenger side, and yeah, I think it's a detail worth doing. It will round everything off and make it look all deliberate, even with the different non-original hood. All right, thanks for watching, and feel free to ask questions. Of course, like and subscribe, please. See ya.